What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my friends. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
South Carolina has finished the end of this gauntlet, this ranked 5 teams in a row gauntlet that they've played in the SEC. They finish it unblemished, won 4 out of 5 games by double digits, capped it off against an inspired Tennessee team on the road, looking for revenge after, they lost to South Carolina last year. Camilo Cardoso hit the 3 at the buzzer, put them out of the SEC tournament. South Carolina got another big win, man, and we're seeing that this team is like a chameleon. They are adaptable to their surroundings and can play any play style that is required to get the dub.
Team is resilient. I mean, they can win a lot of different ways. I think the biggest pull on this stretch is mentally. Like it's obviously is a physical battle just to play in the SEC, but to do it against the top teams in this conference is hard. It's hard. It took a lot for us togetherness, and a lot of different styles of play. I thought tonight, actually I would much rather have Tennessee at the end of this, because it's hard to recover after having to play this style of play and have to go back out and play another game. It happened at the right time where we got a little break where we'll decompress, but proud of our team for just managing it, like just taking one game at a time and winning and still being in a position of being undefeated in this league. It is not, for the faint at heart to be in this league and to be undefeated and haven't played the schedule that we've played.
Don spitting, man. It just shows mental toughness, first off. The ability to, one, get past LSU, one of your rivals that plays you tough. You get the off-the-court stuff, the DJ suspended, like fans are mad, whole lot of backlash, whole lot of drama. Then a couple of days pass, and you have to play a Tennessee squad playing super inspired basketball. Their coach had a kid birth a son 7 days prior to coaching this game. So they were coming, giving their absolute all. South Carolina withstood the punches, the haymakers, the run at the end. And I think, for one, we saw this team grow up. We saw this team establish an identity. We've seen Joyce Edwards become not only one of the best freshmen in the country, but one of the best players in the country. And she's doing it with high efficiency, high basketball IQ, and valuing touches. But they've went through this. The newcomers have been great. Maddie McDaniels played really good minutes. Miriam Dowd's had some up and downs. I know fans were mad at the turnover. She looked like she was cracking under pressure. But this team, for the most part, I think the defense is what's really stood out to me. Them turning it up, even when they're not able to score points, they're forcing turnovers, they're getting stops, and they have been elite in transition. And they've been elite defending, making teams just take all types of contested tough shots. Tennessee came into that game the leading three-point team in the nation. They came into that game hitting threes, firing threes, and scoring a lot of points. LSU, same thing, scoring a lot of points. South Carolina took their stars away out of this game, made in-game adjustments after some success that both teams had in the first half, and we've seen them hit another level. This is not the same team that played against UCLA and lost by double digits. And, I'm not going to go through the schedule breakdown because I did that in my last video on the live. Go check that out. But just seeing the games that they've won, all the top 10 competition, all the top 25 AP poll teams that South Carolina has beaten since losing to UCLA, they're adding victims by the week. And just if we're valuing quad one wins, which has been introduced in women's basketball this year, if we're valuing the strength of schedule like we truly say we are, no disrespect to UCLA, they beat South Carolina. They just beat a really good Maryland team, but they have not been tested the way that South Carolina has. And if these two teams jump ball and tipped off tomorrow, I'm definitely taking South Carolina. The depth, the defense, the arrival of the three-point shooting from Tessa Johnson, from Tina Powell, from Malaysia Fulwiley, who has been risky at times with her shot selection and her turnovers, but it's no doubt about what she brings to this team as far as a scoring guard, defensive stopper, her, Raven Johnson, Breezy Hall. Like, the defense has really turned into offense for this team, and I think they've gotten just back to old school basketball of pounding the paint. Sanaya Fagan and Joyce Edwards have really elevated their games since the injury to Ashlyn Watkins. So salute to them. I think just from a mental toughness standpoint, fighting through fatigue, from a physical standpoint, all these games, you're getting every team's best shot, man. Like, we learned more about South Carolina in the last 5 games than we've learned the entire season. Like, this team is built to win the championship. They're built to repeat. They have depth. They have firepower in the backcourt, elite guard play, playmakers, veteran leaders, youthful spirits, scorers that can create off the dribble. They've got paint players in the low post that can score. The emergence of Joyce Edwards has just been special to watch. Now, they still have some games left. A lot of people feeling like they can run the gauntlet, not only beating everybody left on the schedule, but in the SEC. They still have Texas. They still have Kentucky. Like, there's still some tough games left. Of course, UConn is a game that everybody has circled. I do not think UConn is going to be able to match the intensity, the depth, and the physical play of South Carolina. I definitely think it's going to take way more than Sarah Strong, as well as Paige Beckers. Like, you're not going to beat them with 2 players. UConn kind of struggling getting that support from their supporting cast, that production. So we'll see. But South Carolina, man, has been playing exceptional basketball. They're peaking at the right time. They're making plays. They're playing unselfish. They're moving the basketball. And it's been a lot of fun to watch, man. Especially when they've just been able to play half court. They've been able to run the break. They've been able to shoot threes if it turns into that. Get into track meets, marathons, running up and down the court. They played the slow game and pounded in the paint. They've been beat on the boards a few times in the last couple of games and continue to just overcome turnovers, overcome mistakes, and honestly just apply straight pressure to other teams, man. So I'm impressed that they went unblemished through this gauntlet. I think they're playing their best basketball at the right time, and I'm excited to see this team keep peaking. What they're getting from the backcourt, the way they're sharing the basketball, the defensive intensity, the switches, the communication, they're just locked in like we haven't seen this last 5-6 weeks, man. South Carolina's been playing their best basketball, and salute to them. They are a very dangerous team that you do not want to face come March. I'm telling you that right now. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Y'all know what to do. And follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. That is a wrap for us. Until next time, we out.